The poppies are starting to come out. Did you guys ever used to make these into little scissors when you were in school? I don't know what plant this is from, but you make a hole in it and you thread one side through and make a little pair of scissors. Did anybody else ever do that?
Rockies.
Like this.
No, okay. Look.
It's like
Other
first market last week, and I think it went really well. It was so much fun, and I just want to say thank you to anybody who left a comment wishing me good luck or giving me some helpful advice, because I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate people sharing their ideas or their experience, because even though I've been crocheting for a long time, like doing markets is brand new to me. So I've been working on replacing some of the inventory that I sold out of at my first market, which were my chickens, the sitting bee pattern, and then some of my keychains. So just making those as my daughter takes her naps and at nighttime. But I've also been working on something that I'm super, super excited about, and that is trying to write up a pattern for the worm. So I sold Wallace the worm at my last show. I never got to thank Kelly in the comments, whose username is TK Goslin. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, and I don't want to butcher it, so I'm so sorry, but you left this comment on that first video where I showed Wallace, where you named him. And it's just special to me that someone in the comments named him and that people liked him. So let me show you some of the worms that I've been working on. This is like Wallace's like tiny little uncle, I feel like. So I had to buy a whole pack of these like funky safety eyes because our dog, Frankie the French Bulldog, he ate one of my daughter's toys, and I needed to replace its eyes because it's from a TV show called Yo Gabba Gabba, and they don't make that merchandise anymore. And so unless I wanted to pay like $78 to replace it with one from eBay, I had to buy a pack of funky eyeballs so that I could fix her toy. And I don't know why, but he always eats the eyeballs off of toys. It's like a reoccurring pattern with him. So this is Tootie, and Frankie ate her eyeballs off. If I have a picture of it in my phone, I'll put up a picture. But I had to replace her eyes, and I didn't want them to turn out like Broby, who I had to put black safety eyes on him because I didn't have like cartoon eyes that I could use. So Broby's definitely gonna get a makeover now, because now I have this whole case of funky cartoon eyes that I got on Amazon, and I already dropped the case, so now they like don't fit in there all the way. I gotta fix them. Which, if you like these, I'll link them down below because I like them. I think they're silly. Look at these eyes. They totally look like Garfield. Like, make a Garfield plush and put these eyes in. It's perfect. So to use those eyes, I made Wallace a little uncle or nephew, a cousin maybe. I made Wallace a cousin. So he has these crazy safety eyes and safety eyebrows. Did you know about safety eyebrows? They're so fun. These for a while, and I think they came from Amazon, but I'll have everything linked down below. But they came in this big bag all jumbled together. There's like different sizes. You could do bigger eyebrows if you want to, or you can flip them upside down and make a smile. Isn't that cute? I made this one with the safety eyes too, and look how silly he is. This guy totally reminds me of this Instagram account that I follow called Little Lemon Stitches, and she makes most of her animals with like this angry expression that I really like. So she inspired this guy. So he's made with Posh, and he's made with the dollar store Premier yarn, so you can see the size difference when I have them side by side. And then I tried making one with brown yarn, and he just looks like a little poop. I should have made this one sad. On this one, I used a pair of oval-shaped eyes, which is actually from a pack of safety noses that I got, and I think they're really cute. So even though he looks like a little poop, he's still very cute. And the next one I want to make, I want to use some special safety eyes. So I was watching a YouTube video from Sweet Bean Crochet, which I'll put a picture of. She did a tutorial on how to paint your own glitter safety eyes. While I watched her tutorial, I realized I have everything I already need to paint a pair. So I have two pairs of this style, which is the pupils in the middle and not off to one side. Inside of Robin's tutorial, she was showing like what glitters and acrylics paints and stuff to use. And I was just thinking like, I already have all those things because my daughter and I recently did this cool craft, which I have right here. So it's this thing behind me. So the reason why I had all the supplies was because my daughter and I had made a bunch of these things. Isn't that fun? They're so fun. I don't know what these are called, like glitter tubes. These are so fun, and my daughter loved making this craft with me. This is just water inside a tube with a ton of glitter, and you just fill the tube up to like here with Elmer's glue, the clear kind, and then you fill the rest with water and put your glitter in, and then all the glitter settles down to the bottom and you shake it to mix it up, and it's like magic. And it's super, super fun. And they're really fun. You can see like the glitter's already starting to settle. We've made a ton of them in different colors, and I'll save like little bottles from things just so that we can like make them into little glitter shakers. So I don't want to go into like the steps on how to do it because Robin already made a tutorial for it, but I had this idea of, I'm going to take some white acrylic paint and I'm just going to do dots around where the pupil is. I also didn't practice this, so if this doesn't come out good, then I guess I'll just remove this part of the video. So I'm just doing dots. Hold on, can you see it? I want to make it look like a flower. I don't know if anyone's done this already, so if somebody has, I'm sorry if I'm not crediting them, but I haven't seen it. So this is how it's looking so far. That's very cute. I think that'll be pretty. Look, I'll put like some blue or something behind it. So once this dries, I'm going to use it on a special worm. So I'm excited to see how those eyes turn out. And while my daughter is still asleep, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to paint this sign. Talk more about like the counterclockwise versus clockwise crochet, because I know some people were asking like for a demonstration or to an example of what I meant. So I made this little half circle just to use as a demonstration when I have to use it as a demonstration for the safety eyes for my next market. And I crocheted it in this direction going counterclockwise. It doesn't really have a tail left, so this is gonna be kind of hard. But yep, I put my hook in this way going counterclockwise. And this is the pattern that you can see on the outside. So people call the design that working counterclockwise makes the little table. So you can see like right here, you have one line going down this way, one line going down this way, and one flat one on the top. It kind of looks like a little pair of pants or like a little table with little tripod legs on it. But if you flip your work inside out when you're working counterclockwise, you just get these little smooth lines. And this is what people say is like the right way to crochet. It's a little bit more noticeable with the posh yarn. Like this is Bernat Blanket and this one is flipped counterclockwise right now. So you can see the little tables if you look real carefully. And then if I flip it inside out, it looks like this on the outside. So the posh one's already flipped. So this is the V's that people are talking about when they say that they want to look, when people are saying that they look for V's on the outside, it's this versus crocheting it counterclockwise and getting little tables. It's less noticeable depending on your yarn and the colorway. This is Bernat Blanket in the speckled color, and like I almost don't even know which way is which. I have to look real carefully. I think this is counterclockwise because the tail's on the outside, and this is clockwise. So you can see on this axolotl, I didn't flip my work inside out, and he has a lot of those little tables all over him, which just makes him look a little bit more lumpy bumpy, but I mean, it's still cute in my opinion. He still looks like a plushie. Versus this little duck that I did flip inside out. So you just see lots of little V shapes all over him. And here's the two together. I don't think it's a huge difference, but hopefully this helps someone. I have one finished object that I want to show off. I actually took some video of me making this, but I don't know if I ever filmed like an intro to talk about why I was making it. So maybe I'll insert that here. Hi. Okay, so my daughter and I are at the Dollar Tree, and I know that I mentioned in my last video that I just like casually mentioned the Dollar Tree. I was just like, yeah, I just happened to go into the Dollar Tree. I was playing it cool. I actually love the Dollar Tree. Like I come here all the time. My daughter and I are always at the Dollar Tree. Do we have the nicest Dollar Tree ever? No, we have a horrible Dollar Tree. The parking lot is scary. The clientele is also scary. The shelves are never stocked, but boy, oh boy, when I find something good at the Dollar Tree, it makes my entire day. I'm like proud of myself for the incredible find that I found. And also my daughter likes to go in there and they don't mind if she's like being loud and crazy and stuff. And also, have you guys ever looked at groceries at the Dollar Tree? They have some really awesome stuff. But anyways, looking for some special yarn for a project that I'm excited to work on. It's for a mushroom bag for a pattern test. I'm so excited to work on it because I never make anything for myself, and this will just be for me. And I have an excuse to buy more yarn because I think I want to make the bag pink and I don't have the color yarn that I need. I mean, you understand. So anyways, we're here. Let's go look around. Look at all the colors they have. Oh my goodness.
him. Show us.
Oh, I'm getting all this pink yarn. Oh my gosh, they've never had so many colors in stock before. Look, they have 2 different yellows. Does this look crazy? This looks crazy. Look at this. Looks crazy. Uh-oh. Roby's on the ground. That's insane. I have to remember to pick that guy up because they don't show Yo Gabba Gabba anymore on TV, and we had to buy her that doll on eBay. But, okay, I guess I'll be that crazy person with a cart full of yarn. So this is all my Walmart has right now. I mean, this is all they ever have. They never have a good selection. And so I wanted my bag to be pink, but I don't like that shade. Actually, that shade's kind of nice, huh? It's growing on me now. And I would only need one of them. Maybe I'll get this. But then they have, I'm gonna leave you right here, okay, sweetie? They have this other pink one up here, and it's twice as expensive. And then they have a cake that looks bigger. Maybe I'll get this one. Maybe I will get this one. And I also want to look at the buttons because they have really cute buttons here. If you've never looked at them, like these dog ones, I like to get them and put them on my daughter's clothes. Look at these little fish. They have googly eyes. Ooh, the owls. Those are very cute. The cats. More dogs. Okay. Ooh, look at these ones. Those would be really cute on a cardigan. Not an exact match, but kind of. Maybe if the lighting was better. So I took this clip, I think it was like pretty late at night, and that's why I wasn't talking, or I was just being a weirdo and not talking. But I wanted to show how with acrylic yarn, you really can't tell if you go counterclockwise or clockwise. I'm flipping the pattern inside out and you can see like the stitches practically look the same. So I don't know if that's why I've gone my whole life without caring that I crochet counterclockwise, because with acrylic you really can't tell. Glare on the glass, but here's my yarn cabinet. So this is just the yarn that I keep inside. All the other yarn is in the garage. And this shelf has all my cotton yarn. So I need some cotton yarn. Actually, I have solid colors up here and variegateds down here. And I need some cotton yarn for my mushroom bag I'm working on. So I finished the top piece and I have a little tiny bit of sewing left to do on it. But this is the top of the bottle holder. And I need to pick out the body color for like where you put your bottle and the strap. So I don't want to do white. I want to do something fun. And I think I want to either, maybe that like pale yellow back there, maybe a variegated one. I have some very, very beautiful variegated yarns. So this one is really pretty. I'm not sure if that's enough for the project though. Let's see. It's only 50 grams. I think I need like 150. I'll read the pattern again, but I'm pretty sure I need more than that. So like that's pretty, but it wouldn't look good. I don't think that would look good with this magenta and this pale pink. Let's see what else we have. I have some little spools of this. I have some little skeins of this. Okay, like that might look nice together. And I probably have some more skeins of this underneath of these buried balls of yarn. But there's one that I really wanted to use. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. It's this one. So this is just like an off-white kind of beige-ish color that has little variegated strips of purples and baby blues and pinks. And I think that will look nice with this magenta and light pink. And I know I have another ball of this, so I just have to find it so I can make sure that I have enough yarn to do the entire project. Okay, I'm gonna see if I have any more of this one because I think this one is perfect. And then maybe I can finish the bag tonight. Put them together. This is my life. This like perfectly sums up my life. Unswept floor, binky, yarn. To make this mushroom bag from this pattern designer JXX Crafts on Instagram, I was excited to work on this because I really love working with cotton yarn. That's what I make all my flowers out of. And I've made a lot of my daughter's toys out of cotton yarn. I think it holds up really, really well. And I don't have any problem throwing them in the washing machine or anything. It's all done. Look at this color match. This is like totally exact match. So this is the Walmart yarn, which I actually really liked working with it. It's pretty soft, not like the fuzziest acrylic yarn I've worked with, and I didn't have any splits. So I actually really liked it, and I don't know what I'll use the rest of the skein on, but I'll think of something. I mean, obviously I like the color of it. So this pink color, I think it's a Loops and Threads Impeccable. I just had it in my stash already and I didn't have a tag on it. And then this cotton yarn, it didn't have a brand name, but I'm sure that it's like Peaches and Cream or Sugar and Cream, you know, that brand. And it's just so pretty. I love the little speckles in it. So my water bottle has like a pointy top on it, so it's making the top stick up a little bit more, but it's totally still functional. That was not staged. I think it was because I've been flinging this around. Now my pants are wet. Wet jeans are the worst. I haven't had any water today. I've only had coffee. Okay, well, this is going to be a fun thing for me to edit later. Future Quinn. But it's really fun to shop my stash and work on something that I don't need to like go out and buy special yarn for. I mean, I bought the dark pink inside of this, but it's very rewarding when you go through your stash and you find yarn that you already have to work with. I know we're all seeing like a million hauls and a million new yarn reviews and stuff all the time, but it is nice to just be able to say like, I'm gonna make something with things I already have. Let me show you how the eyes turned out because I think they turned out really pretty. I mean, obviously I've never done it before. So here's how the eyes turned out. Ooh, you can see yourself in the reflection of the eye. So cute. Get a good close-up of my gross fingernails. I think they're really pretty, and I did some flower embroidery for his little cheekers. I might do some more embroidery like all over the worm. I think that would be really cute. But it's super cute and it was really fun to do. And I think everybody, if you have the supplies already to paint your own safety eyes, try it because it's fun. And I wasn't like a huge fan of like glitter eyes, but now I think, you know, it's kind of cool. So I really like this guy. He's made with Bernat blanket, so he's nice and big and fluffy. And I've been working on my worm pattern, so that's why I made him. I wanted to make it with different yarns, so I've been making a ton of worms. I've been in like worm mode. Like, I know I'm market prepping and I'm trying to get ready for my next market, which is actually just 2 days from now. What's it? All I've been thinking about is worms. Like that's all I want to make is just worms. So, and that's like what I've been like obsessing about is working on worms and like perfecting my squiggle to make them stand up by themselves. And I don't know if people like think that there's wire or anything in them, but there's not. There's no pool noodles or anything. It's just stuffing and the way that it's crocheted. But I think this is interesting. I don't know if you guys will think it's interesting. This was the first one that I made. And I made him be that kind of coil shape like Wallace was. And you can totally see the progression of the lumpy bumpies as I keep making them. So he's a tall standee with a coil. And you can see the lumpy bumpies. And then I made him next, and you can see also a coil. It's a slightly tighter coil. Lots of lumpy bumpies still, but maybe like a little bit less jagged. I don't know. But I made him next. His tail's really long. These two I made with Posh yarn. I think this one I used a 5mm hook, and this one I might have used a 6. I'm doing this. I switched to this. This one I made with the dollar store Premier yarn and a 4mm hook, and you can totally see the lumpy bumpies start to go down. So it's like progressively getting smoother, right? Sorry, buddy, I just dropped him. And I just noticed I have a little string that I need to tie or hide. And then after I made him, I made the uncle nephew. So he's a little bit tiny, he's a little bit taller. I think same yarn, same hook size, I believe. Let me bend him to make him hold his shape a little bit better. And then the coil starts to get a little bit bigger. And the lumpy bumpies are a little bit less. And then from there, I made the one that looks like poop. This one, and this one's way, way, way smoother. So much less lumpy bumpy. He's a little bit leany, but if you kind of like bend him like this, he's back. He goes back to it. Look at his little tummy pooching out. I think this shape is super cute, and I regret making him look like poop. I think this shape is so adorable. Look at this shape. He totally looks like a little worm. He's very special. And then after I made the poop one, I made this big boy. So I like his groovy eyes and his like little flower cheeks. And look at his little coil. So they're just, worms are so fun. And I just really like messing with the coil shape. It's just really, really fun to me to get to work on it. This one I made with Bernat blanket and a 6mm hook, so he's very, very big. And I just really like it. I'm really excited. So I do some market coming up this weekend, and I hope that I can get some footage. Hopefully it's not like all downward photos of up my nose, you know, like last time. And I applied to be a pattern tester for the worm design. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I should have a post up by the time I make this video live. And if you don't use Instagram, but you feel comfortable being a pattern tester and sending me photos of your finished work, I have my email linked inside the bio of my YouTube channel. It's just CatCakeCrochet@gmail.com. I'm so sorry, I was pulling a hair out while I was talking. That was not professional. I'm not professional. I mean, I don't know what I'm... If you're watching this right now, you know I'm not professional. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I think this is just gonna be... Oh my gosh, there's water all over me. Okay, I think this is just going to be a little shorty video this week. If you watch this whole video, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that the sweater is super itchy, and I've been itchy this entire time. Also from my bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a wonderful week. If you celebrate, I hope you have a happy Easter. My daughter is looking forward to it. All right, I'll see you next week. Nom, 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 nom. Frankie. Franklin. Franklin. Frankie Banky. Frankie. Franklin. Franken. Franken Beans. Mr. Baby. Baby Man. Mr. Macho. Mr. Worldwide. Franklin. Frank. Frankie. Frank and Beans. Pinch. Nom nom nom. Take a thumbnail picture, and I'm realizing that they kind of all look like little peepees. That's not fun. Let's get them all in this picture. Okay, come here, Poop. You gotta be showing.